Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining my channel. My name is Rihab and I'm here to help you with your Medicare issues and questions. The channel is dedicated to educating you about Medicare, all aspects of Medicare and navigating Medicare. Disclosure and full disclaimer before we proceed, I am licensed in health by the state of New York. I'm also employed by a health insurance company in New York. However, the views and opinions expressed in my videos, including the full content of my channel, are my views alone and do not represent my employer in any way. Before we dig in with today's video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Today we're going to talk about parts of Medicare parts, okay? This is a sample of a Medicare card, and on a Medicare card, if you do have a Medicare card or if your loved ones have Medicare card, you can see it does say Part A and Part B. So those are the first two parts of the original Medicare. This is where they put the name, the Medicare number, and then you see Part A and Part B. Part A is for hospital. It pays for hospital expenses, and Part B pays for medical, and that is also called medical. Part B is medical, Part A is hospital. Next to Part A and B, you will see the dates. Those dates are not expiration dates like a lot of people think. Those dates are actually the effective date of coverage. That means the first date the person qualified for each one of these parts. Most of the times they do align, so it will be the same date. Like for example, here it says 3/1/2016, 3/1/2016, and that is because most people do get Part A and B at the same time. They do qualify for them at the same time. However, some people, the dates are different. They get one part and they leave one part out, and then they get the second part and the dates do not match sometimes. Okay, so for the original Medicare, there is Part A and Part B. And then you hear people talk about more parts than that. You hear people talk about Part C, Part D. So what is Part C? So Part C, I decided to put it down here, Part C. And that is because Part C is not a separate part. So the original Medicare is Part A for medical, Part A for hospital, sorry, and Part B for medical. Part C is actually managing the Part A and B. It is not an addition. It's actually managing the A and the B. So you see Part C, I put it on the outside. It's actually Part A and B together. So Part C is your private health insurance plan that manages your Part A and Part B Medicare. That is Part C here, okay? So Part A, once you worked in a country for 10 years, that is 40 quarters, and contributed into the FICA. We spoke about FICA in the previous video. After 10 years, when you turn 65 or you establish disability, you would qualify for getting Part A for free because you have worked for 10 years and contributed towards Medicare. However, Part B is not linked to how many years you worked, although you do get them together. Once you get the Part A, you do get the Part B. Part B has a premium on it. You would need to pay a premium. The premium, usually the standard, I would say, for 2025 is $185. That's how much it costs for 2025, $185. And when you get Social Security, it comes off your Social Security retirement automatically. So you do not have to make payments unless you are still working and you received your Part B. That's when you receive a bill from Medicare and you will have to pay separately. You have not gotten your Social Security, you're still only working, work is your only income. You have the Part A and the Part B, and you will need to pay the B premium. You will get a bill from Medicare and you will have to pay it. Now, Part C, some plans do have, it is the private health insurance company that manages your Part A and B. It is usually hospital and medical, and then more things than that, like hospital, medical, plus the benefits that the plan would provide you. For example, you find some plans provide transportation, over the counter card, dental, vision, hearing. That these benefits do not come on the original Medicare. They come when you enroll into a private Part C plan. Okay, some Part C, some health insurance plans do charge a premium as well. Some don't. So you will need to check with your health insurance plan if you have Medicare to see if you are paying a separate premium for Part C, because the Part B premium, that's for Medicare. But then on top of that, you may be charged for Part C. Now, Part D here is the prescription. D, remember it for drugs or prescription plan. So this is the plan that gives you the prescription. So you have Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. Okay. Now, Medicare generally, Part A and B in the original Medicare, or Part A and B after you get the C and you are with the plan, right? Medicare generally does not cover everything when you go see the doctor. It does not. Medicare, what it usually does is it pays 80%. That's how much it covers. It covers 80% of all of your procedures and medical doctor's appointments, all that. It's 80% usually that's covered by Medicare. Sometimes, so with the original Medicare, you'll have obviously to find a doctor that takes original Medicare. It pays 80%, and then there is 20% copayment. 20% copayment if you have the original Medicare, and that is the Medicare card that I showed you at the beginning, alone, without a plan attached to it. You get a bill for copayments. The copayments fluctuates because it's 20% of every cost, because Medicare pays 80%, right? Now, if you enroll into a plan, then the plan may ask you, that's private health insurance that's managing your Part A and B, the plan or the health insurance company may ask you to only see doctors in network to see doctors and providers in network with them, with that health insurance company. You do not have the freedom to see anybody like when you have original Medicare. Now, with the Part C, they may also negotiate the price of the copayment. So instead of getting 20% of everything, whenever you go see the doctor, 20% of whatever the procedure is, whether it's 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, the whole cost, and Medicare is only paying 80%, you are going to end up paying 20%. Sometimes the health insurance company you enroll into tells you upfront, if you see someone in their network, how much you will be paying. So the cost is determined, negotiated with the doctor ahead of time. Okay, so it would not be 20%. Now that copayment of Medicare, whether it is the 20% or the negotiated price, if you have Part C, that price, that copayment can be covered by either Medigap, and Medigap, if you enroll in a Medigap, that's supplemental Medicare, it could have a premium on its own, and it will pay the 20%. Or if you qualify, if the income is low enough, is under the guidelines set by your state, you can get Medicaid. And we spoke in the previous video about the difference between Medicaid and Medicare. So if you are qualified for Medicare Part A and B, and then you apply for Medicaid and you get approved, you will be covered at 100% because Medicare takes care of the 80%, Medicaid takes care of the 20%, and between both of them, you are covered. You should not be having out-of-pocket payments, okay? Unless, of course, you do have Part C and you're seeing someone outside of the network. Now, Part D costs, the prescription, also could fluctuate. And there is a program called Extra Help. I could have another video about that. Or Medicare Savings Program. And it would put a cap on the Part D prescription. So Extra Help, or also called Low Income Subsidy, would cap the generic and the brand medication into one price. So you would not just be charged any price. It would put a cap on it. For example, it says this medication only gets $10 for people who get low income subsidy. And that's for Part D. But it's not for everybody, of course. It is like Medicaid. It's income-based program. Now, for the $185 in 2025 for the Part B premium, there is a program called Medicare Savings Program. And that program pays for the Medicare premium. So based on your income, you may qualify, in addition of having the Part A and B, to get help with the Medicare Part B cost and the Part D prescription drug plan. If you find this video helpful, please forward it, send it to your friends, your loved ones. Please subscribe and activate the ring, the bell icon, so you can get notified when I send new videos, when I upload new videos. I will be making other videos about applications, about these programs that I just mentioned briefly on this video. I will make separate videos about the timelines of the applying for Medicare itself. If you would like to get in touch with me, or would you need my help on an individual level, you can message me on WhatsApp at 929-541-9197. Again, it's 929-541-9197. That is my WhatsApp. You can chat with me, you can ask me and consult me on any issues you're facing with Medicare, and I will see if I can help you. I'll do my best. Okay, thank you so much for joining and watching today. I hope you have a great day, and please, please, please stay happy and stay healthy. Bye-bye.